Welcome into this episode. My name is Minnesota Tim. Thank you for making this podcast a part of your day. We've got some controversial opinions to react to. Or is it as controversial as you think? Skip Bayless went on an epic Anthony Edwards rant because he's looking for the next guy. LeBron James is about to retire. He's 40 years old. Who's the next guy that Skip Bayless is going to pick on? Well, it appears that it's going to be Anthony Edwards. So we are going to discuss and react to Skip Bayless's comments. Was Skip Bayless actually right about his comments regarding Anthony Edwards? He might be more right than you think. But first, I need you to check out 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis. My wife and I were in the market for a new bathroom. We needed one badly. It was outdated. It was ugly. It was messy. It was moldy. It was ugly. It was embarrassing. It was And we found 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis. We did not want a 6-week project or an 8-week project. We wanted this thing done fast and right. And 5-Star Bath Solutions does just that. You take a look at this graphic if you're watching on YouTube, and I'll describe it if you're a listening audience. But before, we had a moldy shower, an ugly step going into the shower, ugly floors, blue, nasty, handrails everywhere, don't like that. One sink, ugly vanity, outdated and gross. 5-Star Bath Solutions came into our bathroom, free consultation by the way, and updated our bathroom in 48 hours with a new floor, new shower, new bath, new vanity, and a double sink. It's our dream bathroom. Everything that we asked and wanted in 48 hours. Payment plans available. 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis is the best way to remodel your bathroom. It costs the same as the other guys, and they do it in less than half the time. 48 hours. You didn't have to cram into a teeny tiny bathroom downstairs and get ready for work. 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis is the answer to your bathroom remodeling needs. Okay, so Skip Bayless is known to be controversial. That's what he does. He has wild takes about professional athletes, and that's why he's the name that he has. He talks about LeBron James, called Johnny Manziel a player that would make Cleveland forget about LeBron James. It's one of his greatest takes ever. And he has these wild takes, and you can find them all over Google if you type in Skip Bayless's craziest takes ever. The dude is great at what he does. He's phenomenal at generating takes that fire people up, and that's the job of someone like Skip Bayless. And this is what he had to say about Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is way overrated as a basketball player, as a winner, as a true superstar, Skip Bayless posted on X on Wednesday. Given all those TV commercials, given all the hype, he's young Jordan, given all of his, has arrived as a Super Bowl superstar status. I am telling you, he is way, way, way overrated. That's what Skip Bayless had to say about Minnesota Timberwolves superstar Anthony Edwards. Or is he a superstar? What's crazy is that Skip Bayless is not as wrong as you think he is. And he is not just picking on Anthony Edwards, although maybe he is. He likes to pick on professional athletes, but he's not picking on Edwards to the amount that you might think. Anthony Edwards is slowly becoming one of the faces of the NBA, despite crazy comments to the media in post-game interviews, and despite comments to the fans talking about how big his junk is. But Anthony Edwards, here's the truth about Edwards. He has superstar moments. But he is not a consistent superstar that shows up every single night in a playoff game. Anthony Edwards will get loved by the media when he has a amazing dunk, and it's going to get posted everywhere by SportsCenter, by the NBA media relations teams, and it's going to be all over ESPN's top plays and front covers and front stories and all this stuff because it is a spectacular play. And he does have games where he performs sensationally. For example, game 1 against the Lakers. He only scored 22 points, but it was the best Anthony Edwards game that I have ever seen. He was in complete control of the tempo and the tone of the game. 9 assists, 8 rebounds. He impacted the floor offensively and wasn't just scoring, but getting teammates wide open, hitting them right in the chest so that they could shoot a wide open three-point shot in rhythm and on time. He impacted the game everywhere on the floor. But then game 2 comes, and it's like, where are you? He had 25 points, 6 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks. Where was Anthony Edwards' performance in game 2 that could have took the Timberwolves back to Minnesota up 2-0? He was practically invisible on the court, especially in the fourth quarter when the Timberwolves were making a third and fourth quarter run and had a chance to get close, to cut it to 6 with 6 minutes left and have one more shot at a prayer. And don't forget, the Timberwolves led the NBA this regular season in fourth quarter comebacks down double digits. They had like 16 or 17 games like that. So being down double digits in the fourth quarter was not unfamiliar territory for the Timberwolves to come back from. They were in that game. And if he knocks down that 3, they're down 6 with 6 minutes left. And that's plenty of time for Edwards to get hot and go for a run and take the game over. Well, he misses the 3. But bigger than that, Edwards only scores 2 points in the fourth quarter in a game that he could have taken over. And if he wins that game for the Timberwolves, because every other guy on the Timberwolves besides Julius Randle was hot garbage, if Edwards wins that game for the Wolves, he's going to be praised and heralded all around NBA circles by the Stephen A. Smiths, by the Charles Barkleys of the world, because the Timberwolves looked atrocious in that game. And if fourth quarter comes, Edwards goes off for 15, 16 points and beats LeBron James when LeBron's already down 1-0. Edwards is going to be heralded as a superstar, the next face of the league. And Edwards puts up 2 points. Practically invisible in the fourth quarter in a game that was available for him to take over. Because the Lakers, although they were up like 11 going into the fourth quarter, they only scored 13 points in the fourth quarter. They were tired, they were slow, they were missing shots because they expended all of their energy in the first half to get that lead over the Timberwolves. And the Lakers are old, they're aging, they're not as young as they used to be. And Luka's slow. So that fourth quarter was available for Edwards to take over. And he didn't. Game 1 was a superstar performance by Edwards, where he took over every minute of that game and controlled everything. Game 2, Edwards didn't. He played like an all-star, but did not play like a superstar. And that's where I come across and say, he has superstar moments, but he is not a consistent superstar like a LeBron James, where every single night in his prime, you knew that he was going to deliver a superstar performance. I think today we are so quick to label players as superstars because we want to crown everybody as the next big thing. And I push back against that. I say, wait. Yeah, Edwards last year against the Nuggets when they won in 7 games. He had some sensational games where he just performed so incredibly well. For example, 44 points in game 4. It's an incredible performance. Timberwolves lost. Incredible performance. 44 points. Game 3, 19 points. 8 of 15. Game 4, 16 of 25. Game 5, 5 for 15. 33% shooting. 18 points. Game 6, Edwards, 8 of 17, 27 points, 47% shooting. Game 7, must-win game in Denver. Your superstar players need to show up. 16 points, 6 of 24, 25% shooting, 2 of 10 from the three-point line. What you see from Anthony Edwards are inconsistent superstar performances, which means he is not a superstar yet. And as crazy as it sounds, Skip Bayless is right about Anthony Edwards and where he is at in terms of NBA status. Because here's the deal about Edwards. He does make Jordan-esque plays. Dunks, reverses, fadeaways, shots over defenders, where it looks like it's Jordan. He's got the same body type. He's got the same makeup. He's got the same athletic ability. He kind of moves like Jordan. But he is inconsistent. He is not Jordan-esque every night. He has Jordan-esque moments where he'll dunk on a guy like he did in game 2. But fourth quarter came and he was invisible. The impact on the game was negligible. So you think about Edwards and where he's at, and I fully expect him to become a superstar player that shows up every night and delivers in the biggest moments and takes over games when he's supposed to take over games. He's only 23 years old, so let's give the guy a little bit of a break. He's already made it to the Western Conference Finals, so that's great. But even last year in Western Conference Finals, Edwards' performance weren't great. 19 points in game 1, 21 points in game 2, 26 points in game 3, 29 points in game 4, 28 points in game 5. And his percentage wasn't fantastic. 6 of 16, 5 of 17, 11 of 24, 11 of 25, 10 of 18. So I'm going to go back to what I've been saying. Edwards has superstar moments where he looks like the face of the league and a guy that can take over any game at any moment. But game 2 was there for the taking. Game 7 against Denver last year. Dallas series last year. It's like, he's still young. He can still become that consistent superstar on an every night basis. But his performances every night do not show me that he is a superstar every night. And although it's coming from Skip Bayless, a guy that is known for controversial takes and getting people fired up, Skip Bayless is more right than wrong with this take. And I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's true. I've watched Anthony Edwards ever since he became an NBA basketball player, and his improvements are paramount. The dude is so much better now than he was when he first entered the league. But he is still not to that level of Luka Doncic or LeBron James in his prime. He has another step to go in taking over basketball games and cementing himself as a player with superstar status. Again, superstar moments, not superstar status. Thank you for watching this episode. Remember, 5-Star Bass Solutions of Minneapolis. Check them out today. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and I appreciate you all for making this podcast a part of your day and for going on this journey with me.